Live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Woohoo!
Yay!
I actually moved the positioning of my webcam just a little bit, so I have to remember to look at the new place instead of the old place. New place, old place. Hi, I'm Christiana Ellis, and I'm the Dungeon Master. And tonight, our players are Mark Kilfoyle as Alaric Copperbeard,
I don't know if I like this place.
Vivid Muse as Amethyst,
Hey y'all.
Jenny Meltzer as Cadence of the Water,
Hello.
returning to us after her luxurious tour of the European Peninsula, Starla Hutchton as Nira.
Greetings and salutations.
Sadly, we are down a James Meltzer tonight, who would normally play Ket of the Sands because he's not feeling well, alas. And at the moment, we are not yet joined by Chooch Schubert, who plays Otterkey, but he should show up as the evening proceeds. So, let's talk a little bit about what happened last time. Now, we're going to first briefly rewind more episodes back than that to recall that just before the psychic journey within Custos Vigil's conflicted emotions, just before all that happened, Nira, your party cleric, was a mysterious portal of magic light opened, sucked her through, and then closed again. And so that happened. You've had no indication of any kind where she's been since. But after that, you did do battle within Custos Vigil's psyche and defeated the negative influence of Crux, this strange fiendish creature, and convinced Custos to join you and allow the tree to be regrown, realizing that it had a higher calling than the vow it had taken to prevent the tree from regrowing. And Otterkey, your paladin friend, took on a new vow himself, becoming a paladin of the ancients in the process. After that, now we catch up to what happened last time. The party kind of recovered a little bit, got a little rest in this strange amber-covered, still dormant city, but dormant now with a potential that it could be regrown. But you know that the next step on your agenda is that you've got a demon lord of rotten decay trying to kill the tree, dissolving its roots from inside, and that has to be dealt with. So while Amethyst stayed behind to commune with this tree, the rest of you got introduced to Cadence's sentient bow, the Seeker. You also got a little bit more talk in with the... Actually, I don't think you spoke with the dragon until the end. Is that right? I can't remember what happened last time.
I did at the beginning and then at the
Right.
end.
Yeah, so you did have a little bit of a conversation early on. But then Cadence, Ket, Alaric, and Otterkey went off on a reconnaissance mission to sort of inspect and get a sense of what lay in store for you as you would move towards the Demon Lord's location. And you found, progressing levels of rot and decay and ruined, destroyed, disintegrated, turned to slime roots, a feeling of evil permeating everything. And then you encountered a strange, humanoid creatures that looked like they might have once been Githyanki, but now corrupted by the Demon Lord's influence. And you fought them after they made a very gracious, I thought, offer to allow you to just feed yourselves to the Demon Lord, but you didn't seem interested. So you fought them, and then pursued a little bit further, feeling more and more of the effects of this ominous, just evil aura that permeated the place down there. But as you proceeded, suddenly you heard the voice of this little gemstone dragon calling out to you, warning you that you were headed into a trap and you should turn back. And so that is where we left off last time. But where we will pick up this time is a little bit of a rewind. We're going to rewind and deal with Amethyst as she stayed behind during that mission. So Amethyst,
Yes.
you have been communing with the tree. And as previously mentioned, the tree is not aware exactly. It's like it's asleep. But there is a presence there. And sometimes you can feel things within it that almost feel like dreams. And they're not familiar exactly, but they feel very comfortable. You feel kind of very at home amongst those dreams.
Okay.
And I would imagine that that's very soothing because there's not been a lot of comfort lately.
Absolutely.
And especially now that Custos Vigil has, you're still not exactly clear what they did, but you can sort of feel their energy through the tree now. But you can also feel the Demon Lord through the tree. And these are not senses that you're used to perceiving with. And so
Right.
it's hard to really process in detail what it is that you are perceiving. You just get glimpses and epiphanies and insights, but a lot of it is just kind of feeling around in a dark room.
Okay.
But you spoke and reassured your friends that you felt like continuing to commune with the tree for a while would be, added value for the group.
Right.
And so you have been. And you know that they went off on a mission to sort of check out the territory ahead with the plan to come back and not attempt to confront the Demon Lord without you, but just checking things out.
Okay.
And so, as you've been there, communing with the tree, time, in the astral sea, time already is a little bit hard to process in the normal way. Time doesn't pass here. You don't have the same sort of biological clock sense of the time because you don't get hungry and, you don't get thirsty. How long has it been? It's a little hard to say, but your friends haven't come back yet. You don't think it's been very long. But you feel in the tree a little flicker of energy that's kind of making its way towards you. And then as it kind of approaches in your sort of tree senses, you hear a little voice, and it says, "Hello."
Hi. Who are you?
I'm Arius. Who are you?
Hi, Arius. I'm Amethyst.
Why do I know you?
I don't know. I don't remember. I have memory problems, so.
Did you tell Custos to go into the tree?
It's possible that my friends did.
Well, I know that I was watching when you all went through the city, and I know you were talking to Custos, And now I feel like the tree is happier.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, I was there when that happened.
That's all right. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that worked out. Do you think it's gonna be? Do you think it's good for the tree? Him in there?
Hold on just a second. Was that,
I know. Sorry.
is that coming from your end?
Yeah.
Okay,
sorry.
okay, that's all right. I just wanted to try to, make sure we knew. All right, so you asked if it was good for the tree? Is that what you asked?
Yeah. If
Okay.
it thought that the tree was, if it was good for the tree that Krista that
Yeah.
he was in there.
The tree feels freer now. Like it's waking up a little bit.
I'm glad to hear that that's what you're finding as well.
Well, and Custos feels happier too. Because Custos was kind, but she was so sad. And now she doesn't seem so sad anymore.
Well, that indeed is a relief.
But why do I know you?
I'm told that I've been around the tree before, that I've tried to give help before to the tree, so maybe we met then.
Oh. That's why. Yeah. You were here before. But you're different now. You were you weren't a human then. But you are now? What happened?
Pardon? Was I in an animal shape? Because I do that.
No, but you were. I mean, your shape was the same, but you were like me.
Hmm.
You had the gemstones.
It's not really ringing a bell. Maybe you could tell me about that?
Well, my gemstones help me to move around through the amber, and they help me do things with my mind. And you used to have yours too, but they were different colors. They were purple.
Well, that makes sense. Where might I find more stones like that?
Gosh, I don't know. Because I know that mine came when a very powerful spirit felt the need to change themselves, and they gave them to me. But that's the first thing I remember, was them telling me that they'd been given to me. But you seemed like you were still using yours when you left here before.
I really don't know.
Did you give them to someone else?
I suppose. I just don't remember.
Huh. Well, I'm glad you came back, 'cause you made the tree happier and Custos happier.
I really am happy too. And
glad.
you? How are you doing here? How do you fare?
Well, it's been scary lately, and
Yeah.
some of the scary things are still here. But I don't know. I was worried before because I didn't know what to do, but now it seems like you and your friends have come, and maybe maybe you're helping.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's good. So I gotta go now, but I'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Please, please come and talk anytime. I'd love to get to know you again.
Okay. I also talked to your cat friend Cadence. She's nice too.
Isn't she?
Yeah, she speaks dragon.
She's really wonderful. She's great to talk to as well. Is
Okay.
there anything that you think that we should know that we might not have come across yet? Anything that is particularly scary to you or that you worry about?
Well, the slimy thing's the scariest right now.
Right. Well,
But
that's,
there's the big monsters outside too, and all the flying ships.
yeah. Yeah. Not a fan of those myself, so
But it's the slimy thing that's making everything yucky down there.
yeah. Will you be careful?
Okay. I will.
And come talk anytime.
Okay. And you feel that little flicker of energy sort of drift away a little bit. And you realize too, only kind of belatedly, that conversation was not had with like voices in any kind of like language. This was like mind to mind, thought to thought encounter.
Awesome.
So you're continuing to kind of process this whole feeling and feeling the energy around, and sparked by that conversation, you're thinking of this evil fiend that is trying to dissolve the roots, and you know that your friends were headed down that way. And so you start reaching out to kind of try to see if you can sense them and their relationship to where the demon lord is.
Mm-hmm.
And what you realize is that the demon lord had been in one area, but now was perfectly still, very close to where your friends were going.
Mm.
And you just had this immediate instinct that they're about to walk right into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have an impulse to ask for help. It's too far away for you to get to them with any speed, but maybe your new little friend could warn them.
So I reach out with my mind to Arias, and I call to her. Or her?
You're not sure?
I'm not sure. To them.
You didn't really even ever see them.
Okay. And
yeah,
I
so-
reach out to them.
Yeah, I think that we, especially since we're now sort of lining up, they are scared to approach closely, but because they like you and they like Cadence and they know you're good guys, they're willing to kind of try. And so they say that they'll go off and try to let your friends know that they're walking into a trap and they should come back. So, now that we have covered Amethyst's side of that whole little period of time, let's return to Otterkey, Ket, Cadence, and Alaric as they're returning. And we'll say that you guys have made it back through the tunnels, and so you're now kind of emerging back into the like into the surface city, still within this enormous cavern bubble of amber. And what have you guys been talking about on your way back?
I don't know, Alaric. I can just hear the dragon sometimes. Like, it talks to me in my brain. I'm sorry that you can't hear it.
As long as you can, I don't know, tell it not to talk or shut your mind or something.
But it's
That could get really annoying.
it's just little, though. I mean, it's like a little child dragon. Like, I don't want to shoo it away. That would be so mean. It doesn't even seem to have parents.
Yeah, well, then it hasn't learned its manners yet either.
Well, it's hard to learn manners if you don't have any parents.
Yeah, that's fair. But it can't just go busting into your mind whenever it has something to say.
But it was really important, though. I mean, it's drawing us back to Amethyst, obviously.
Yeah, well, I still didn't see any trap.
I mean, it's better to not walk into one than to just bumble into one, I suppose.
Yeah.
Speaking of bumbling into things, you guys have just turned a corner when all of a sudden you see a magical portal of light, very much like one you saw before, open in the street in front of you, and out of it steps Nira.
Whew.
And then it closes behind her, and it's gone, leaving Nira in front of you.
I draw the axe. Is it really you? Say something that only Nina would say.
Kill her. It's not her, it's a trap. See, it was a trap. The dragon was right.
So long story, guys.
I think Otterkey will use his divine sense and say, well, she's not a fiend.
Thanks.
That's debatable.
Nice to see you too.
Where have you been?
Oh, doing clericy things, as one does.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it was a kind of poor timing, but I'm never consulted on these things, you know. And Rushama had a little job for me. Actually, I went home. It's weird.
To the mountain?
As home would imply. My home, not yours. My mountain, not yours.
I mean, I don't know exactly where you come from. That mountain is, well,
You know, the one you put a god on top of? That mountain. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that one.
No,
Is there
let's
anything
let
left?
bygods be bygods. Come on now.
Mine.
That was
Anyway,
bad,
there's
by the
this
way.
there's this big gap in, you know, what used to be there and what used to be in Amrit Arboris here. And Rushama thinks that there needs to be some preparation going on for putting all this mess back. I
Preparation.
guess we'd reached enough progress that it thought maybe we'd actually do it.
Like what? You had to spruce up the joint?
Kind of magic-y things, like the different rituals and stuff. Like, I don't know, I could explain it to you, but like I've been gone a while, so it's kind of involved process.
Are you
How long
guys
was a while?
still standing in the one spot, or are you continuing back towards the temple?
I'd like to think that we're just standing here.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just,
Out
I'm
of
just
nowhere.
asking. I'm just asking because you're not going to arrive at the temple unless you start
Not
going
yet.
that way. So if
Yeah.
you're all still standing there, cool.
Yeah.
For the moment.
So like really all of it was kind of pretty boring.
How long
to
were
be
you
completely
gone?
honest. Christiana, how long was I gone? I can't tell here.
So basically, it's about 24 hours.
It was like a day.
I mean, that's for you guys too. Like there doesn't seem
Okay.
to be any time discontinuity.
But actually, what I really wanted, what happened? Like, I mean, clearly you guys are still alive. Well, where's Amethyst? And what happened with the whole, you know, angel guy? I mean, we were talking to him 1 second, and then I don't know what happened. Since you're
Well-
not dead, I mean, obviously.
We got the angel to make a new vow, and also Archie took a new vow.
Hmm.
And now we have to go and fight the demon lord.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Do we know anything about him?
I don't know.
Worms.
Archie was doing some reading, but
It's full of worms.
yeah,
Really
there are a lot.
awful, icky, gross, encapsulating worms.
I reach over and I pluck a worm out of Alaric's beard.
Ugh.
Arrgh.
Ugh.
I'm like, see, there's worms.
Otterkey takes one of his gauntlets off and is shaking out of.
Ugh.
And he'll pass on what I told everyone else too. Like he'll give you the highlights of what he knows about the demon lord, which is slime based, likes to consume everything. Pretty gross.
Do we have a plan for killing it?
Not yet.
We're gonna
We
need
were
something.
just kind of scouting.
Yeah. We're gonna need something to prevent those worms from crawling all over us. If there's any more of those, we're sunk.
Yeah, they were really bad. Like, they got all over Archie and Alaric, and they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys look all right, so it can't be.
We got better.
Yeah, we got better.
Yeah. You had worms, and then you went to the vet and you got a pill.
Yep. We got better.
So you were back in the normal world for like a whole day.
Back on the material plane. Like I said, it was pretty boring. It was a lot of ritual stuff and grinding of
Can I-
different items, and it was.
Can I
Still
make
there.
an insight check? Probably not going to be pretty good. That is. Oh, not too bad. 15.
So I think I never know how to do these when it's PvP. Like it's like roll whatever. So I guess you're rolling deception or persuasion, whichever one. And if it's
Okay. And hold on. So that is a 28.
yeah. So I would say Cadence, you believe it.
Huh.
She seems utterly unthrilled with it was bleh. Boring.
You wouldn't have happened to pick up any supplies while you were there.
Well, there wasn't really time. It was, like I said, it was a really involved ritual. And most of what I had, I ground up, so.
What sort of stuff do you grind up?
Oh, different. I mean, do you really want me to list them? Because it's just a bunch of different plants and some dirt and.
You got any of those plants left?
No?
Damn.
It's an odd question.
No.
Kind of pat my pockets. I'll come up with a leaf or something that was in a pouch and hand it to him.
I'll smell it. Is it an acrid leaf or a fresh leaf?
It's just like a plain tree leaf, like nothing special about it at all.
I'll lick it tentatively. And I wave my other hand, and you see the magical spell go off. At least I can make it taste like chicken, and I'll eat it.
You could still make things taste like chicken?
Yeah, doesn't have the texture of chicken, but
I think Kat will just say, I can't even remember the last time I was hungry.
You'd really like to eat some chicken, though.
yeah.
Remember chickens running around in the yard and we would chase them and eat them?
You can't do that mansion trick, can you, Kat?
Well, I can if it's a long rest that we're taking. Or I suppose it lasts 24 hours.
Maybe not here, but maybe we should do that when we get back.
Yeah, because then we could bring in Amethyst too, and I mean, she probably really needs a nap. She's been like meditating on that tree for, gosh, so many hours now.
I don't know, meditation is plenty restful, so, I mean,
Not when you're not an elf.
Well, there's also the fact
even
that the
so,
tree-
it still has some benefits to it. Meditation is a valid form of, like, resetting your mind.
Yeah, but that tree was pretty messed up. It probably made her super sleepy.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, we should
Where
go.
is she?
She's back at the temple. We were on our way there now, and you just magically appeared suspiciously.
Custos made a choice. I mean, we kind of helped it make a choice. It helped when that other one went away. That, Crux.
Well, yeah, the little jerk.
Yeah, he was something, wasn't he?
Yeah, what happened to him? Didn't you kill him or something, Alar?
I was happy to. It reminded me too much of Jinxie.
Yeah, he really did. Now I feel like maybe we might know more about Jinxie.
I don't know. Jinxie's a whole nother thing.
And let's walk and talk. I think we should get back soon.
Yeah.
Hey, Nirikina.
Yes.
I saw once Amethyst made a whole banquet appear. I don't suppose you can do that.
Not at the moment, and anything I could do, wouldn't be nearly as good. Like, it would get the job done, but
Well, I can twiddle my fingers enough to make it taste like chicken, even if it looks like an orange.
well, I don't have that particular spell prepared.
But if we make the cat gets to make the mansion, we can eat all the food that we want.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, that's a good idea.
We could make it all taste like chicken, I bet.
All right, if we're gonna set up the mansion, we'd better do it back at the city. Let's double time it.
Alright.
I think on the way back to you guys may notice that Otterkey kind of seems like he sort of keeps checking and rechecking all of his little like pouches in the bag of holding. Like he's just, he'll check and just kind of fiddle around with it and then kind of put it aside, and then a few minutes later he's checking again.
Archie, what are you looking for?
Huh? Oh, just making sure we haven't lost anything.
What are you missing? Is something missing?
No, I'm just making sure there's nothing missing.
Alright, but I mean, if something were missing, you would tell us, right?
Why wouldn't I tell you?
I don't know. You might not. I mean,
He's just getting used to the shape of this new vow thing.
and
That's with anybody's head, I'm sure.
yeah, that armor that you're wearing is so nice, though. I keep looking at it and wishing that I had it. I'm just saying, it's so fancy and expensive.
Don't you have that
Well,
psychic stuff?
Yeah, but I mean, look at Archie's. It's so like shiny, and I bet it cost a lot of money.
Well, it's actually not shiny because it's made of boulette leather, but that's all right.
Oiled bullet leather.
Oh,
It's got a sheen
yeah,
on
it
it.
could be
Yeah,
oil.
sure. He just says it's like, well, we worked really hard to get this armor for me. I think I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, okay, but if you change your mind, I mean, I really like expensive and fancy things. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, if I change my mind, which I won't, I'll let you know.
Okay.
At least his armor's real. As nice as this looks, it doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah, but that axe is really nice.
I think
Good.
maybe
Oh.
Cat keeps poking like through the armor, like there's a little shoulder plate or whatever, and keeps just like poke.
Do like the axe, though, gotta admit.
Yeah. That looks like an heirloom, like it's really old and like worth a lot of money.
That is a really pretty axe.
It is actually an heirloom. It's like a piece of history I'm holding on to. I can't even imagine.
How much do you think that it's worth?
This would be priceless. You couldn't put a
Wow.
price on this. Wars have been fought over this damn thing, and here I am holding it.
Wow.
Kind of makes me a little weak in the knees, to be honest.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm just peckish.
Yeah, I think maybe you need to eat some chicken.
Mm. You know, there's like 1,000 ways you can make chicken.
Yeah.
All of them taste like chicken. It's kind of amazing.
But different types of delicious chicken, though.
Yeah.
And we like finished walking, and the whole time we're like naming off all the different types of chicken that we've eaten
Yeah.
over our
Yeah.
lifetime.
Boiled chicken, fried chicken, chicken a la king. So yeah, you guys make your way back to the temple, and I think Amethyst, you probably have kind of sensed them approaching, and maybe you could greet them at the entrance if you like, or you could just still be back in the temple chamber.
I think I'll just hang out in the temple chamber and listen to them list off chicken dishes.
Okay.
Chicken gumbo.
So
Once we get back to, I'm gonna feel out and see if I can like feel where the dragon is.
okay.
So, Christiana, I wanted to ask if, so the tree obviously won't like have seeds or anything like that, but is there a way that is there some sort of a magic, whatever I can do to take a cutting of it just to preserve it in case something happens to it?
Yeah, you absolutely can take a cutting of it.
Okay.
And you have the sense that like should somehow the worst happen and the rest of it be kind of utterly annihilated, then maybe the cutting would be useful to, but like it absolutely would be the equivalent of a full-size tree and taking a cutting of it, right? You know, it's like
Right.
the cutting is not the full-size tree, they're not equivalent. But
Absolutely.
you can take a cutting of it. You absolutely
Okay.
can. So I think you hear Nira's voice though among the group.
Oh, so I
as they're
return.
coming back in.
So I look at Nira and ask her, how's Zorath?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, my apologies. That was just, the
Still
most
alive as
likely
far as I
answer.
know.
Oh, are you okay?
Nice to see you too.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Just kind of bored. Like, I spent the last day doing rituals for Rushama. It was super dull.
It had to feel
I
nice,
missed
though.
all of the action. Like, I was kind of excited to talk to Custos, and here we are. And I missed the whole thing.
Maybe we need some familiar surroundings so we can catch back up. Ked, you want to do the thing? Make the door mention.
Oh sure. If that's what we're doing.
Where?
I think it's safer in there. We can make our plans without being overheard, and yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
So Ket kind of steps over to one side of the chamber and he casts his magnificent mansion spell, and the magical doorway appears as it has before.
Barely appears, and I'm already through it.
All right. And well, in a hurry, I guess. But all right, everyone, feel free. It will be here for the next 24 hours. And so, the rest of you following in?
Well, so we're near the tree right now, right? The temple.
Yeah,
is-
you're still in that like sort of main temple sanctum chamber.
Okay, so I want to go over to the available whatever section of tree that I can gently reach out and touch. And I want to cast Speak with Plants on it because I
Okay.
haven't done that since it was screaming.
So
I just
I-
want to make sure it's not screaming.
I think that what the communing you've been doing is kind of the equivalent of that. So
Right.
you're not getting anything new by casting the spell right now.
Okay. I just want to make sure that nothing has changed before I leave it. I'm feeling very protective.
Yeah, no. So it's pretty much as it has been. It's dormant, doing better than it was, but still very much under threat by the demon root and the monsters outside.
Okay. Well, then I'll follow in for sure.
Okay. So I think that the mansion is set up as it has been in the past. All the same sort of rooms and banquet feast and all that good stuff.
I'm chasing a live chicken around the shady AG.
I've conjured some baby pigs for you too.
Oh,
I figure we all need some snuzzles.
I miss Robert so much.
I know, baby.
He was a good guy.
Is there a feast here or in the separate kitchen?
I mean, they'll bring it. Aren't there servants?
Yeah, there's like unseen servants that can bring it out. So,
Yeah.
I think what makes sense is that there's a banquet room and that the servants bring out food from the kitchen.
Okay. You'd hear in the banquet room a little bit off then, chicken, lots of chicken, fried chicken, chicken à l'orange. Oh, and duck too.
Yeah.
And give me a
And
beer.
those.
The servants start bringing it out.
Oh,
Is that chicken beer?
I haven't tried that. Dunk the chicken in the beer. Drink the whole thing down. I don't think it works exactly, but it tastes fine.
I bet if you put it in like a fried chicken batter, and then I tell the servants to make a beer fried chicken.
Nice.
I'll take 2 of those.
Full chickens.
More.
I have a question.
faster.
Do we feel hungry in the magic mansion? Like, does time pass normally or no?
I mean, it's essentially a pocket plane, so time that you spend in there, you would accumulate hunger, but it doesn't like instantly catch up with you or anything.
Right.
Still, though, I feel like I haven't eaten in 1,000 years.
I know. I've missed this so much. Maybe something green, too. A head of lettuce.
You might need a girlfriend, honey.
If she
Yeah.
can cook, I'll have her.
You'll try for her.
His beard's getting a little greasy now, or he's like just...
Otterkey is fidgeting with his various pouches much more frantically all of a sudden.
Archie, what is wrong? Are you missing something?
Where is it?
What are you looking for?
The crystal, the psionic crystal that Mugen gave me. It's gone.
Well,
You were asking about my armor. You didn't take it, did you?
I don't think so. Is
You
it
don't
worth
think
a
so?
lot
Do
of
you
money?
know if you took it or not?
I don't know. It's been a really weird day. I didn't really take anything that I know of, but I mean, anything could happen.
I think
When did you miss it?
I had it as we were making our way into the temple.
Are you sure?
I was checking. That's why I was checking.
Relax. Just sit down. Have some chicken. It'll be fine.
Do you want to go look in the temple? I'll come with you.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Save me some chicken, Alaric. Gosh, you're eating so much of it.
Let's make more.
I
I
like
love this
chicken
place.
too.
Oh. Pheasant. I haven't had
Amethyst.
pheasant in ages.
Game hen.
Amethyst is gonna follow just because it's just weird, and
Uh,
it's going north near the tree.
Otterkey and you're following Otterkey and Cadence?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Alaric, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
You're gonna
Natural
feed so
20.
much.
All right, yeah, you're doing great. This is the best meal you've had in a long time.
Oh, chicken.
So Otterkey is, goes out and he's kind of frantically looking all around the, the chamber and occasionally turning kind of slightly suspicious glances back at you guys, Cadence and Amethyst.
You said you had it when we came here. Did you have it the whole time we were traveling and it just now went missing, or has it been missing for a while?
I was. You asked me when I was checking my pouches earlier, and I was making sure that I had everything, and I had it then.
Huh. Did you get near any of the walls by any chance?
Get near the walls?
Well, there's those weird, guardians in the walls, you remember?
I mean, we didn't pass any of those since I last noticed I had it.
You never know. I mean, they could just creep in and out of the stonework. You might not even notice that.
I think he's looking at you like that doesn't make any sense. You didn't take the crystal, did you?
No, I didn't take anything.
I mean, look, it's fine if you did, if you wanted to see it or something, but I just need it back.
I didn't take it. I mean, it didn't look like it was worth that much to me. Like, right now, all I care about is stuff that's worth a lot of money. I need a lot of money right now. Like, I feel like we barely even get any loot. We're doing all this stuff and we never have any money.
Well, where everything we get, we're putting into, the mission, right? It's not, we're not accumulating wealth for fun here.
Oh, but that armor looks really fun, and you said it was really expensive. I'm just saying.
Are
Guys?
you just watching this, Amethyst?
I'm just, yeah, because Archie's acting really weird, and I don't get Cadence's sudden obsession with money, so I'm just watching them and standing back a little bit because I don't know who's done what.
Make an insight check.
That is 22.
Okay. They definitely seem different somehow. Both of them.
So, I want to, shoot.
Why would they just take your stuff, Archie? I wouldn't just take your stuff.
Well, you were asking about my armor and acting like I should just give that to you.
It's
I don't
really
know.
nice armor.
So go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Me?
Yeah. Well, persuasion or deception.
Yeah. Oh. I think it's a 20, not natural. I just have to check my thing.
Okay. All right. Well, if it's a 20, yeah. So I think he'll seem kind of, persuaded by that, and he says, "All right. Well, I lost it somewhere, or someone took it. So if you didn't take it, you need to help me find out who did."
Of course I'll help you find it. You're my friend. You made my pig armor, Archie. Really nice armor.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Freaking pig.
So I will start helping him look around.
Okay. So you can both make, I guess, perception checks. Makes the most sense here.
I am going to sit there and drink some wine, or or
You're just
whatever.
you're just watching Alaric,
Yeah,
packing
this
the
is
chicken,
fascinating.
Are-
He's just packing it away.
Yeah, yeah.
What the heck?
That is an 18.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You can't. You don't find it anywhere out there.
Are you sure this is where you lost it? I mean, when was the last time you held it in your hand and physically looked at it?
On our way into the temple. I didn't notice it was missing till we went back inside. Maybe we need to check in there again.
Let's-
Amethyst, you haven't seen it,
let's-
have you?
No, no, Archie.
This
I
is the
haven't.
crystal that Mugen gave me. I need it. It's powerful. It helps me use the sword. It's important.
I understand. I will help you find it. I put the utmost importance on anything that Mugen has sent. I promise you will find it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on him.
Okay. At what level?
I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
Okay. You cast the spell on him, and he just kind of blinks at you and says, "What was that?"
I'm worried about you. Are you feeling all right?
I'll be feeling all right when I find that crystal.
Okay, well, let's go look for it.
So, are we going back inside, or are we looking around out here more? I mean, maybe you dropped it on the road, like on the.
Well, you know what? Like, if it's out here, then we need help to find it. So we need to get everyone else looking. And I'm frankly not convinced that someone. I think he'll kind of stomp back in, and those of you sitting in there, Ket and Nira and Alaric, he'll just kind of stomp in and just say, "Okay, everyone, look, if someone took the crystal because you wanted to look at it or something, or you were curious about it, look, that's okay. We don't have to get into why you took it, but I need it back."
Wait, what is this again? What are we looking for again?
The psionic crystal that Mugen gave me.
All right. Okay, so when we came in, where'd you go?
I think he kind of just walks over, and he's kind of just standing like off to the side of this sort of banquet room.
All right. I will start looking around.
Archie, did you look in the bag of holding?
Yes.
I will look in the bag of holding anyway.
He actually he pulls it away when you try to reach into it. He says, "I told you I checked it already."
Okay, but let me check again.
Look, someone is taking stuff from me, and I just let me hang on to it, okay? Like, I checked it already. It's fine.
It's
Okay,
probably
but, like-
just in your pockets. Check all your pockets.
Yeah. Go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw for me, Alaric.
That is, let's see, 14.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing okay. You're just like you've had a lot to eat, and you recognize this, like, boy, you're just that famished. It's just
There are stories of dwarven feasts that last for a week or more. I'm gonna make this last.
It is fascinating to me how someone so small can put away so much.
it's like I checked all my pockets, said Otterkey. Now everyone else, you check your pockets. Show me that you don't have it. Prove it.
You could search me if you want to. I mean, I'm not hiding anything from you.
Okay, we're just like.
I'm searching my pockets. I'm emptying them out and looking on the ground and.
Okay.
I don't even think I have pockets.
Yeah, I got my little clericy pouches, so I'll just kind of smoosh them so that they, they're flat and.
Ket is kind of turning out like his pockets and everything.
I'm gonna look under all of the furniture, make sure it didn't get kicked somewhere.
I'm gonna look in the bag of holding that I'm carrying.
Okay.
Archie, would you mind if I check the bag of holding? Sometimes a second set of eyes will just see it. It's possible you missed it.
Okay. Well, but the magic of the bag of holding it. Well, all right. Well, I'll hold it, and you can look.
Okay. I won't reach in or anything.
He seems reassured by that.
Okay, so I'm
Hey,
just
Yeah.
we put any rations in there?
I'm looking in there and I'm just kind of lifting it from the bottom with my hands to try and get it to shift contents or whatever the bag of holding does.
it's weird in there.
And
Yeah, you don't see it. And then I think while this is happening, he's watching you like a hawk, but then he's also calls out, "Alaric, I need to see those pockets."
I'm busy. You'll find it. You just dropped it somewhere.
And so when I'm right next to him, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at level 6.
Okay. The spell is cast, and I think he kind of steps back and pulls the bag away from you. He's like, "What are you doing, casting spells on me?"
No, I just thought there was something flying around us. I was just trying to shoo it away. I'm sorry. Did it get too close?
Make a deception check, because that is not what you were doing.
No, not at all. Oh, I'm so good at that. I've got a +0, y'all. I'm afraid to drop the dice. Because he's big. And it gets stuck. That's a sign. 18. Okay. That's all right.
Well, I rolled for him, and he got an 8, so he just kind of says, "Something flying around in here?"
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. It's just weird these days. You
So-
sure you're feeling okay otherwise, though?
Well, I was feeling okay until the crystal turned up missing.
Okay.
Just
Well, we'll keep looking
Everyone-
for it.
messing with my stuff. And he's going to stomp over to Alaric. And Alaric, come on, just turn. If you didn't take it, just turn out your pockets. It's fine.
I'm busy. I don't have your stupid crystal. What do I need a stupid crystal for? I got this axe. I summon the axe. And then I cleave a chicken in two. I take half of the chicken, just start stuffing it in my mouth. Oh, it's
Alaric,
been
you're
so
gonna
long.
blow up. I think you need to
Ugh.
calm down on that chicken.
It feels good. Ugh.
Make
I
a
need more
Constitution
beer, though.
saving throw. See how it feels.
God.
Wow, they're actually getting lower. That's a 10.
Okay. You're actually, like, you are feeling significant discomfort, but you're still hungry. You're feeling bloated, but you know that just sometimes when you have an upset stomach like that, you just need to get something more in it.
Give me some beer to wash this down, and bring more of those yaki chickens. More chickens. And where's that pheasant I asked for?
The servants have got a little conveyor line going.
Alaric, maybe you ought to take a walk and let some of that
The
settle.
ancestors ate for like a week. I can do it. I can do
Otterkey
this.
starts going through your pockets while you sit there.
Hey, knock it off. Greasy shove back. Fingers just covered. Freaking grease at this point.
Make a shove attack.
Okay. Let's see. That's just a unarmed strike. That is a
Actually, it's athletics check.
athletics. That's 23.
Yeah. So he's not expecting you to turn and shove him, so he is shoved back. But then he just gets like a furious expression on his face and just says, "Oh well, hey, look, it's Otterkey." So,
What did you say, Otterkey?
Chooch, have you been able to listen so far?
Yes.
I've been having to be a little bit more front-facing than I usually would with a character who's not here with us. But
Right.
yeah, so you're missing your psionic crystal. Everyone else has turned out their pockets, and Alaric, who weirdly is eating a lot for some reason, has not only refused to turn out his pockets for you, but he shoved you away when you tried to look.
Then I might grapple him.
Whoa, you guys. Whoa,
Swimming.
what is going on?
Yeah, so grapple check would be you are rolling athletics, and Alaric can
Athletics,
do
right.
athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics.
Yeah, I think you're at disadvantage right now, though, Alaric,
Okay.
16.
because you're sitting at a table, and also you have stuffed yourself.
But apparently my greasy fingers helped me as I rolled double 19s.
Okay, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that Alaric is, very agile as he squirms out of the way and ends up standing up on the like the picnic bench, still munching on a turkey leg.
Chill out. Get some more chicken.
And Ket, I think, is just going to say, hold on. Now, the kitchen is magically provided with an infinite supply, but save some for the rest of us.
I'm gonna test that if I can.
Alaric, you're going to get so fat.
It's a
Yeah.
sign of wealth and prosperity to be.
Wait, you have a lot of money?
Well, if you're a fat dwarf, you're a well-off dwarf. And I'm
Yeah.
feeling really well off right now.
I'd like to hear more about that.
Ugh.
But first, we should probably help Archie find this missing thing.
So I'm gonna walk over to Nira, who I so far seems to be acting normal. And I'm gonna ask, so what is your assessment as a cleric as to what's going on here?
What did you guys do while I was gone?
I haven't been with them for, I don't know, I think a day or so. I've been
yeah,
with the tree.
It was probably something like 8 hours or so that their
Okay.
whole trip away.
Okay, yeah. So they've been gone a while, but I don't know.
Well, there's definitely something fishy going on here.
They encountered
Bring me fish.
They encountered some worms. They keep talking about worms and slime, and I think it's pretty clear that they've got something from them, but I don't know what. I've tried to spell magic a couple of times, but I thought I'd ask the
Well,
cleric.
Yeah, normally I would say, probably greater restoration, but I was busy doing all of those rituals while I was gone,
Yeah.
and I don't have a lot left at the moment. Let's see, the most I could do right now. I am going to go over to Alaric, and
Bring the fish out raw.
I'm going to cast Calm Emotions at level. What do I have left? We'll do it level 5.
All right.
I'm gonna try to calm him down enough that maybe he stops eating or something. There's a fight about to break out, so but that's unhealthy. He needs to not be eating like that.
So, for reasons that are not clear to anybody, except me, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Do we see that she's trying to cast magic spells on him?
Well, she just said she was going to. She
Okay.
said she was going to cast Calm Emotions. But yes, you saw that.
Relax. Have a seat. I can spare. Well, get your own food. Drag over. Leg of lamb. Start chewing on it.
Alaric, I'm worried you might have a tapeworm, and I'm going to cast Detect Poison and Disease on him.
Okay. Detect Poison and Disease.
Poisonous creatures and diseases within 30 feet.
I'm just trying to think if that. No, I don't think anything triggers that.
Okay.
You're probably continuing to eat through all this, right, Alaric?
He's probably at this point kind of laying on the table, so his stomach is easier
So-
to.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Out. I haven't ate
Yeah.
this well.
I think
Did
we're
you
gonna
eat the
officially.
crystal?
So you are officially poisoned as a condition now, not because there was poison, but just literally because you've stuffed yourself.
I actually am immune to poison.
Well, I know, but I'm saying
Okay.
that. Okay, actually, so you are immune to poison damage. Are you
Nope,
immune to
I'm
the poison
actually-
condition?
I'm immune to the poison condition as well.
Oh well, fine. You're fine then. Your
I'll
axe,
double-
your
I'll
axe,
double check
despite
that.
being so stuffed, your axe is like giving you the resilience to keep on going.
I'm remembering the historical legends of 7-day feasts.
What if we just throw him out of here?
I've never seen anybody eat so much
Oh.
before in my life.
Did you
Yeah,
eat
maybe
the
just-
crystal? You ate the crystal.
I'm
Didn't
worried they're
What's it
gonna
taste
hurt
like?
it.
I
Archie,
can make it taste like chicken.
just let it go.
With just a little salt.
I can't use the sword without it.
Nobody took it though. I
Maybe
think you
Alaric
still have
did eat it.
I think you're
When he's being weird.
Oh, sorry. I have advanced. I don't know. There's so many things piling on top here. I may have misread that. may
Okay,
just
yeah,
be the
I was going to say,
advantage.
I think because, like, it would make sense to me that you cannot be poisoned by poison, but what this is you have just stuffed yourself with food, and you are uncomfortably full,
Yep.
except
Yep.
that you're still hungry.
Yep.
Mm.
Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Otter,
Well,
you-
yeah,
yeah,
Maybe
you-
it's that thing that's doing it. I'm gonna touch him and try to remove curse.
okay. Let me double check something real quick.
Which I don't have armed.
Yeah. Hang on just a second. Because I need to know, because, like, you guys have figured
Yeah.
out something's going on, right? So,
Right.
you know, so there's
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, he's
No,
being weird.
yeah, for sure. So let me just make sure that I
weird.
know
It's
what
been so long.
what can and
Yeah.
what can't do it. Because dispel magic doesn't work.
Maybe you just all forgotten how to eat, and I'm starting to remember, and it's been so long.
I say
Even
we
the
throw
time-
You know what? I rule
Anymore.
that remove curse works. You suddenly, Alaric, you just now this compulsion to just consume everything just vanishes, and you suddenly just feel very, very uncomfortably full, and just like, what the hell was I thinking? This is awful.
Your cooks need a bit of instruction.
I don't think it was the cooks.
I don't think it was them, honey.
I mean, that's a loud belch, which I can't do at the moment, which is probably better for everybody. Well, that felt a bit better. Ugh.
I'm gonna cast
Something.
Pepto-Bismol on him.
Relief stomach.
He's still laying on the table.
Oh yeah. I'm not
Well,
moving.
yeah,
at all.
like, I mean, that food hasn't gone anywhere. It's still in him.
Oh,
Well,
Something happened, so your mind's clear.
My
Did you take
stomach's
the
not-
crystal?
What?
Did you
Crystal?
take the crystal? Did you eat it?
No, I didn't eat a crystal. What do you?
well, you
Haven't
ate
we
the
already
leaf,
dealt with
so
this?
why
I
not?
don't eat rocks.
You ate a leaf, so why not?
Leaves are plants. That's an eatable thing.
Not
Rocks
the
are.
whole thing.
I mean, unless it was made of salt.
I mean, he was
Or-
trapped in a hole for how long?
I ate mushrooms. I grew mushrooms. Just a little bit of dirt to fill in the holes, but that's different.
See?
It's not rocks. I didn't eat your crystal.
Okay. Well,
It's going to be around here somewhere.
yeah. Oh, how about we can locate object magic and locate. I used to know. No, maybe if I rest, I could tomorrow.
I need
Can you
to
make
rest.
it that long? I mean, you've been
Anybody
so
else?
upset about losing it that I don't think
Oh.
you're gonna last the night.
I
I'm
don't.
gonna check again. I'm gonna check the bags again.
Okay.
See
I
if
need a
anything else
bucket.
is missing.
Can somebody get me a bucket?
A servant brings you a bucket.
Oh,
Don't do
thank
that here.
No, okay, I'm leaving. I don't need to see this.
I'm not moving
I'm
anywhere
gonna go.
else.
I'm gonna go to the Shady AG because that's. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's shady.
I'm going with my pigs.
I'm grabbing Arwen and some fresh carrots, and I'm following Nira because these people are weird.
All right. So, so let's follow Amethyst and Nira, hanging out in the shady AG.
You know, usually it's you do a better job of keeping an eye on them, Amethyst.
Well, there was this tree that was dying and screaming. I was a little distracted, Nira. What the hell?
That was something else.
Yeah, I don't think we're done yet. I think that Archie and Cadence are a little weird too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I'm able to do anything regarding that. I don't know. Do you think we could talk Archie into doing anything about it?
I mean, he saw that it helped with Alaric, and
Yeah, but he's so
Alaric-
insistent nothing's wrong with him.
I know, but he saw that Alaric didn't think anything was wrong with himself as well. Maybe you could convince him? I mean, you could try.
I
You're
guess I
better
could
with
try.
words than I am, but I don't have it armed. I would need a long rest as well. And other than just restraining them, I think we have to watch over them because I think it might come to blows over the crystal. Especially since Cadence, for some reason, is fascinated with money and riches all of a sudden. It's just a bad combination.
Okay.
So
Is it
I
bad
think
that I wish that they were like bleeding? Because at least we would know how to cure fix that. That'd be easy.
yeah, I think Ket probably wanders into and kind of conspiratorially leans over to you guys and say, "You guys, I think something might be wrong with Otterkey and Cadence."
Yeah, we were.
You are so perceptive, and I'm gonna like give him a little scratch behind the ears. We were just talking about that exact thing.
I'm also just remembering that I was talking with Jenny about she could run Ket. So I don't know if you feel like you would like to do Ket instead of me doing it as an NPC. That's fine too.
Up to you.
Okay.
I don't mind. I
So
feel like he would totally eat that up, though. He'd be like,
it's like,
he's easily flattered.
you know, whatever all those boring rituals you did back at your home, it certainly has you in a good mood.
Well, it's kind of it's nice to be back where the action is. Like being gone for a full day and not knowing what was going on, it was a little bit worrisome. And while this is not ideal circumstances, we've been in worse spots, right?
I
Well,
guess.
you know, certainly worse. Although you didn't see that that worm guy.
Yeah, I'm not sad I missed that.
He was pretty gross.
Yeah.
And then also, I guess it sounded like there was going to be a trap from the Demon Lord.
What's that about? I'm gonna look at Amethyst.
Well, it's just I was able to kind of see things differently while I was meditating with the tree, and they were very near it, and I was worried about that since we weren't there to help heal their asses. That was
What
pretty
would
much,
they do without us?
Well, what are they doing right now? I think that's what.
Yeah.
Oh, Kat. So when you guys were fighting them, did any kind of the goo from the slime monster get on the three of them specifically and not you?
Well, the worms from the priest got on Otterkey and Alaric, but not on Cadence.
That's interesting.
Well, you guys were we're tracking a fiend, right? And those things have crazy effects on people.
Yeah.
So there's no telling what happened.
Yeah.
I think Ket will say, "Yeah, didn't Otterkey say something about that powerful demons can distort the wills of other creatures?"
Yeah.
Maybe remind Otterkey of that when you're talking to him about casting Remove Curse on himself. Just to make sure that he's got a clear mind, and he might have forgotten. It might have made him forget where he put it. That may be part of the curse that may be on him, the same way the curse on Alaric was making him do something against his best interests, like by eating himself sick.
All right. Well,
How
I mean,
are you
I can
feeling,
try.
Kat?
I don't know that logic is really going to make any appeals here, but I mean, I can give it a shot.
I just worry about violence. If he gets really agitated again, he's chill right now, but he hasn't forgotten.
So
Have the sounds of retching stopped?
I was going to say, I think Alaric, you have a very unpleasant couple of minutes.
No,
But-
take it away. I don't want it anymore. Don't, pheasant.
Yeah, the servants do there was a backlog of the things you kept demanding that they hadn't brought out yet. They keep bringing those out. But
I'm
yeah,
like-
I think after the necessaries, you feel better.
And realizing that I don't have to walk, and also me drawing inspiration from the
You do
classic
though,
version.
because in the
okay.
mansion, there's
Right.
gravity and all of that again.
Then
Because
I'm
you're in a
staying
pocket.
where I am. Ugh.
So, Otterkey, what have you been? Have you just been supervising Alaric during all this, or what?
I know, so I wanted to search through everything again
Okay.
to see
Yeah.
if anything new is missing.
I'd like to
Nothing
argue
new
with
is
Otter.
missing, but the crystal is still gone. What did you say?
I'd like to argue with Archie while he's doing it because he wouldn't let me look in the bag.
Okay.
I mean, like, you know, what are you even hiding in there? Or you got like all kinds of riches in there that you don't want me to see?
I've told everybody what's in here. We all put it all in here together. There's gold and there's some
Then why won't you let me
stuff,
look?
and there's some- Well, why do you need to look?
Because
you
you
know what it
could
is?
find it, obviously. Maybe you need someone else to look in there and see if it's inside.
I know how to look in a bag, and
Obviously,
you're the one who
don't.
wants expensive things. So
What's wrong with wanting expensive things? Do you realize how much I've been through? I was like a rock for like thousands of years. I think I deserve some stuff.
okay, maybe I can't argue with that, but it's like a party decision because it's like the party stuff, So
I just want to look in there and like I'm trying to help you out, and you keep saying no because you think I'm going to take all your big expensive stuff.
it doesn't even work like that. You just kind of like put your hand in there and you imagine what you know is in there, and it just kind of comes into your hand.
So
know.
I imagine
Like
we
there's
cut.
nothing to really see.
We cut to a wide shot with Alaric lying like starfished on his back on the on the banquet table, while Otterkey and Cadence are having this argument in the background.
Legends never said anything about this part.
Alaric, will you just tell him to let me look in the bag?
Just let her look in the bag.
Thank you.
Big black hole. Can't see anything.
I look in the bag and I'm like, Archie's crystal.
No, it doesn't come.
See, I know how the bag works, Archie. I carry one, remember?
And it's not there. Okay, we figured that out.
Oh my
Cinch it up
God.
and
We can stop looking there now.
backpack. Look through my backpack.
Yeah, you've looked through all of your pouches and bags.
So Nira's
Several
just kind
times
of
over.
leaned up in the doorway, kind of watching all of this. Just going, you guys have some issues. I think you need to think about this a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're all gonna die if I can't use the sword.
Hey, Archie. You know, you were having thoughts about, just like with, I don't know. Can you come here for a second?
Sure.
You want me to hold your stuff, Archie?
No, I get it.
So I'm gonna take Archie aside and be like, look, now you want to keep your stuff. But I mean, you worked some. Clearly, Alaric was having issues, and I'm a little strapped right now. But I think Cadence is acting a little funny, so I don't know if there's anything you can do. Maybe do that again on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it a couple more times today.
Well, you should definitely give
Before I
that a
can
shot. Like maybe try everybody that was there just in case.
Gotcha.
So you should go do that.
Cadence.
Yeah? You ready to talk about giving me your armor?
Actually, there is a different set of armor that we have.
How much is it worth?
Truly is shiny. I don't know, probably a couple thousand gold, probably. But
I will
Amethyst is ordering popcorn
Why don't
from the
we-
servants and sitting back watching.
Yeah, Cat has got unfolded a chair next to you.
I'll say, so
Yeah.
why don't we Shake on it.
Okay.
And as we go to shake, I'll do remove curse.
Okay. Yeah. So as the magic discharges, Cadence, you just kind of feel a little bit of mental clarity as you realize that accumulating material goods seems like it ought to be pretty low on the priority list right now.
Wow. Archie, I am so sorry.
You're all right.
don't-
You're all right. You feel better. You were acting a little funny.
Yeah. That was weird. I don't really
Yeah.
want your army.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't blame you. It is pretty nice, but
It is really nice. It is, but I don't want it.
so we got to figure out what you and Alaric like touched or something, because something affected you both. You were both acting really weird.
Do I notice now that
Damn
James acting
thing.
kind of weird?
Well, I mean,
Huh?
make an insight check.
Oh, that's good. That is a 24.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've been thinking he's been weird and freaking out.
Yeah.
You just weren't. You had the blind spot of your own behavior, is all.
Archie,
So we got to figure out what you two did, because something's affecting you guys, and then
hey, wait a minute.
Well, and your crystal is gone.
yeah, then the crystal's gone. So I mean,
You've
at
been
least now
acting
you
a-
guys are clear-minded. We can
Heck.
find it.
You've been acting a little weird too. Like, can you do whatever you did to me to yourself? Like, can you touch yourself and like be okay?
Phrasing.
Yeah,
He
it
lays
does work
hands on
that
us.
way,
Do that
but
in private.
I don't know how these things
I
work.
think Kat whispers over to Amethyst, "This is a really good show."
I can't wait to see.
Kat was there too, right?
Yeah.
If Kat was with us, I mean, I can only really have enough strength to do it one more time today, and
Yeah,
it might
but
be
I mean,
more important to do Kat.
but Ket's not over here like acting really strange and doing silly things. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
where has
acting
he
really-
been? I
He's been
haven't seen
sitting
him.
with
Like
Amethyst.
he just disappeared.
He was there the whole time.
He waves to you from the little chair he's sitting in.
Hey,
I lean up to Archie and I tell him, Ket's fine. I think he's really good. I've been watching all of you. I think Ket is unaffected.
Just like pat yourself on the back.
I think it wouldn't, I mean, I think maybe if, because I know that you would know if you were cursed, obviously, you would know. I mean, the others, I get it, they wouldn't know, but yeah, but like, what if the curse is just, like, it made Alaric eat a lot, it made Candace really greedy, what if it made you forget where you put your crystal? And then just removing curse, maybe that'll remind you where it went. Like, it might be that easy. I mean, it's worth
I guess it
trying,
wouldn't
right?
hurt. If
Yeah,
Kat
why
hasn't
not?
really been weird, I haven't been able to watch him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've
Alright.
been sitting with him, and he's pretty chill.
He's
find
like,
I'll keep.
I'm
I'll
just trying
keep
to stay
watching
out
him.
of all this drama.
I'll keep an eye on him, though. I promise. I will continue to watch him
All right.
and Nira too, just in case. We don't know.
What'd I do?
No, you're good, sister. You're good.
I mean, I wasn't hungry.
Trying to help here.
Shh.
And remove curse.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, a natural 20
Oh, really?
which would be a 28.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, well, with the natural 20, you are able to remove the curse, and you, I think, are still rightly concerned that the crystal is missing, but you do realize that you were kind of freaking out about it more than, like, out of proportion to
Right.
what had happened so far.
Okay.
You okay?
There might have been something going on.
Now you could focus on finding your crystal.
Well, yeah. How?
What happened? Do you know?
Are you
Oh, I
sure you
literally-
didn't just drop it? Like,
No,
Wait,
I
you
mean
still
at
missing
first.
the damn crystal?
Is it in your
Yeah.
pocket?
Oh,
Well,
So although you
guess
feel
I should look.
sort of, like you definitely recognize that you were being pretty intense about it,
mhm.
but it's
Right.
still missing. You don't suddenly
Yeah.
remember that having it after 100% or anything.
Yeah. No, it didn't. I mean, I had it, and then I don't have it. and
Right.
It's,
Yeah.
But we didn't see it outside either. I mean, I
No.
wasn't seeing things.
No, you definitely had it as you were walking into the temple, and then you noticed it missing when you arrived in the like the banquet room.
Did you see anybody else? Or anything else?
No, it felt really necessary to keep checking all my pockets, that I overlooked it. So I was a little distracted.
Does the crystal that he has look anything like the crystals on the little dragon?
It's not the same color.
Okay.
I believe that the description actually in the equipment is that it's got like blue crackling
Yeah.
energy in it. Yeah.
Coin-sized crystal with a polished blue surface
Yeah.
with crackling energy.
Whereas the little dragon's gemstones were like like amber.
hmm
Well, after we take a rest, I can cast locate object. I don't know what else to do.
Will you be okay until then?
Yeah, I mean, certainly in here we're safe.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not something I need. It's just, that sword is pretty powerful stuff, but I can't really control it without it.
are we
Well-
sure Alark didn't eat it? Because he was pretty going after everything a minute ago.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Did you check the buckets when you were done there, Alark?
If you're a cleric, you should look through the bucket. That's your job.
Yeah, that sounds very cleric-y, not druidy at all.
No.
You got those servants, right? Servant, you're gonna need a strainer.
Ew, damn. Oh.
Alark, I think you would have noticed if you threw up a crystal the size of like a plum.
there were some chicken bones, pheasant leg. I think
Ate the bones?
they were crunchy. The bone meal is really good if you roast the chickens the right way.
Lord.
I am feeling tired.
Yeah, you should go take a nap.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do that right here.
Mm.
Bring
Still,
a large
it's less than
bucket
7
of-
days of Legends. I mean, that was like an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know that they would have kept up that pace.
You're right.
You have to work on your endurance.
I was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
What the hell was that anyway?
I don't know.
But
Something
that
very
says that whatever it was, like, okay.
Was that
walk
the
me,
trap?
Walk me through the battle. Like, what happened exactly?
Mm.
They were like, there's.
Do you
this-
remember when you started feeling weird?
Oh my gosh, Archie, you think it is the dragon mask?
Mm,
Who has?
we didn't
that?
actually
Thank you.
activate it yet.
Yeah, but I mean, even if it was just carrying it, maybe that's why that big gift Yankee that had it. Maybe that's why he turned into a bad guy.
I mean, he was the only one to carry it.
It's
Yeah,
possible.
I never touched the damn thing.
he
But
didn't.
you were still affected. So,
Yeah.
and you
Well.
said it was the worms got Archie and Alaric, but not Cadence.
Mhm.
So
No.
there was something else.
Well, you guys definitely noticed as you got closer to where the Demon Lord's territory was. You there was just an energy in the air that you could feel in addition to everything being just like gross and slimy and smelling bad, there's just this really awful, unpleasant weight to the
Gloom.
air. Yeah, and I think Otterkey, you know some from reading your book that it's like demon lords are known to corrupt the very area around them in a way that can distort the wills of lesser beings.
Yeah, they can affect the land. They can affect.
Most
Mortals
definitely affected the
around.
tree.
That may have been the trap. And
So,
I think maybe we're pulled out just in time.
I don't know about that.
so if that's the case, maybe we should look at talking about, strategizing for, actually going up against this thing. I mean, or do we? There is still, the other option. We don't have to go after them first, right?
It's.
We have
Well,
to
I mean,
stop
it's
it.
killing the tree. It is. We have to stop it.
What
It's-
it did to us is doing to the damn tree as well. And anybody else to get
It just
Oh,
it
give me a
devours.
bucket.
Yeah.
Anybody else to get
Unlike
close to that.
Alarica, it devours and it keeps going and it doesn't get full.
Hmm.
Did you finish reading that whole book, Archie?
Pretty much.
Inside check.
Yeah. I don't believe you.
I don't know quite how much I was able to get through.
27.
Yeah, well, so I think Otterkey, what you did is you read a whole bunch of the general stuff, and then you skipped to the stuff that was about Shikusada specifically. You did not read the detailed
Right.
sections about all of the others.
So what's the incantation?
So there really was a section specifically on this one demon.
Mention
So, I
anything
mean,
like
I
this?
read that thorough and stopped, but I didn't read through the whole book.
So, you know what we need to do then to like take this demon lord down.
Well, he already shared with you guys what he
Yeah,
gleaned from
yeah.
the book.
Okay,
And it basically doesn't really have weaknesses.
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
We need to have protection. Those
Right.
worms, once they're a hold of you, there's not much you can do.
Well, are
And,
you sure that we're going to be up against more of the same, or maybe it'll be something different?
Well, I mean, it could be lots of sliminess too.
I'm sure if we prepare at least the stuff we know, that's good. You can't prepare much for the stuff you don't know. Except maybe, God damn it, somebody give me a beer.
Oh no.
The stuff you don't know you can't prepare for, but we prepare for everything. You and Amethyst have a bag of tricks.
I think Amethyst did probably tell you guys what, like her half of the story in terms of why she sent the dragon to warn you. What, just in the sense that the Demon Lord had been in one place, but seemed to be waiting for you in a different place as you were making your way in that direction. So you know that at least.
It
Is-
knows we're here.
So we know it's
Up
going
to
to be very fast because it's very smart.
Gotta
So-
thank you,
Share-
Amethyst. Gotta thank you
also-
for that Amber Alert. That we wouldn't have
So,
survived.
I also real quick want to share. I also want to share what
Nope.
Welcome back.
I want to share what Arias had said about the crystals that I used to have that make it possible to move through the stone, and that they have it. So
really?
that's interesting.
What do you mean? You had crystals like the little dragon?
According to them, I did. I had crystals and I was using them, and I don't even know what they're
You-
talking about.
Were you a dragon before?
I had the sense that I was myself. I just had the crystals.
What were you using the crystals for?
Accessorize.
I mean, did you see them? They're gorgeous.
So you think that maybe the amethyst dragon that was part of your bargain?
I
Wait,
We have to kill that dragon, you guys.
wait.
I mean,
You're amethyst, and you used to have crystals, and maybe you were, maybe that is amethyst.
Oh, amethyst is the amethyst dragon.
I already figured we're gonna meet her at least 4 more times in different ways before we're done.
So we have to get that dragon, that other thing, out of that body, so amethyst could be a dragon again.
I mean, I don't know that. I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's how that works.
That seems a little odd.
It seems like a different kind of crystal. Those really
I don't
different
know.
crystals.
Still, put it on the list of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm going
okay.
to ask the
I mean,
DM,
Hmm?
Christiana, did the crystals that I saw on Arius, Arius, how did you pronounce that name?
Arius. Arius is
Arius,
what I said.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Did they look the
technically,
same?
I don't think you actually. Did you actually ever even see Arius?
Nope.
I don't
don't
think,
think
you
so.
did.
I don't think so.
I think Cadence is
I
the
just
only
thought
one
I
that
would-
really got a good look at Arius.
So would Cadence say that the crystals look the same as the ones that were on the purple dragon?
They did.
Different coloring, but otherwise
Yeah.
similar.
Okay, well, I mean, that's obviously not going to get solved right here. But
Yeah.
we should look at what we need to prepare for
I mean,
this.
unless amethyst can become a dragon right
Yeah.
here, that would be
Yeah,
something.
that'd be
I'd
super
love
helpful.
to know that.
That would help.
Well, but we have other things at our disposal that could serve as, frontline kind of
Yeah.
offense,
I
right?
mean, we kind of discussed. We know we can't kill the demon, right? It's from a different plane.
No, we were
It's
gonna
just
try
going to
to
go home. So all we need to do is get rid of it. We just need to make it stop, and we can just concentrate and just try to banish it over and over till
Yeah.
it takes. If anybody, I know there's things you do that do your own kind of curses, things that make them kind of weak and more susceptible to things. So maybe if somebody can concentrate. Oh, some powerful things don't. That seems like nothing gets through.
Wait a minute.
Just choose to not.
Yeah,
How many of us can do banishment?
I can.
I can.
I mean, you guys have seen it, so.
I can use plane shift.
But you have to go with them.
They have to be willing also.
No, I can
Yeah.
I can banish an unwilling creature to another plane.
Mm.
So
On
4
a
of
hit.
us can do that.
Yeah.
But this is a demon lord. It's going to take
Yeah,
some
I know.
pretty high level.
I
And
don't
then we
think
still
there
have
is.
our friend in the bottle too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, if we keep trying to do that and one of us succeeds, we only have to get it back to that place for 1 minute.
We'd
And
have
then
to
it's gone
weaken it
from
first.
there.
We'd have to weaken it. It's going to be too
Yeah.
tough to start with.
We can just try to keep something that's less powerful that it still won't like, and we'll still try to avoid.
But we still need to be protected. If Otterkey and myself are out of the fight because of more of those worm guys, well, you're down too.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Like, you guys, you're very front line, right? And as much as I would love to be, I mean, it's a little frustrating. But, know your limits, right? So you guys like to do your front line things. So, what if we're in the back there, I'm doing my healing thing, and if things get too dicey,
You're what? Sorry.
oh, he got jokes.
Don't aggro your healer, you know better.
Sorry. You've been amazing.
So, if things go too far south, one of us in the back could maybe pop the cork on that bottle and get the job done.
Plan B.
Hmm.
Why isn't it Plan A?
It really
don't know what-
should be. I mean, why are we carrying around that bottle and not using it?
Because we don't know what
Yeah.
the hell it's gonna do.
Well, and
You
also
know.
I
We
thought
have
we
a
were
theory.
saving that. I thought
It
we
has-
were saving that for,
An
know.
emergency.
Why?
Demon Lord.
Because we can use it more and more. Because
There you go.
all we have
This
to do
is-
is put it back in the bottle and then we could use it again.
And this is a demon
Yeah.
lord. This is
That
one
is-
of the things.
That is an
This
emergency.
is
Sort of.
But it's not the one we'd intended to use it on. Is
But
what
we
I'm saying.
could do it again, though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Could we?
it has to
Could
go
we know
back in
that
the
for sure?
bottle.
Could it work?
Yeah, in
second
theory,
time?
if we command it, if
In
we
theory,
have,
is not a
for an
guarantee.
hour.
we
We have an
command it
hour.
within time,
It'll
it
wanna
has to
resist.
return.
We'll know that.
But it's under that spell's
Hmm.
power. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is already under that compulsion. So
Right.
we all
This
die
is
facing
still
this
a
thing.
god in a bottle. So it's logical to assume that it could choose to overcome that compulsion.
Yeah. If it's
It
even
could
in
try.
there.
It didn't.
So that's why
see
I'm
the
saying
purpose.
it should be the plan B and not the plan A.
Maybe plan A.
kind of want to just go hang out with the tree again. It was way more fun.
We're trying to save it so you can hang out with it all you like.
I still think we should try banishment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Exhaust all our options first.
How many times can we try it?
I mean, 4 of us can do it. I
Four
have
times.
I have 2 times that I can do it.
Yeah, I can try twice.
And Amethyst is right that plane shift also works like that. Plane shift is more flexible because it's actually a higher level spell, but it can be used like banishment. It's still a saving throw though.
How
Yeah.
close do you have to be to the thing?
60 feet.
Yeah, about 60 feet.
It
Or how
is-
close we already were?
Plane
That's
shift
fine.
requires you to touch it.
Shit.
Yeah, don't do that, Amethyst.
I mean, if it's to save the tree's more important than I am.
So we use up all of our, efforts trying to banish this thing. And if that doesn't work, then we uncork the bottle.
What about protection, though?
Well, that's where myself and Amethyst will be doing. We'll be running the defensive options, doing the
Triage.
buffing and the shielding and all of that and the healing.
Yeah.
What have you. That's our job.
And I can
also
conjure
do some of
animals to
that.
draw aggro too.
It's gonna have defenders.
Of course it is.
But
I
Alaric,
think-
you do like to go unconscious from time to time, so that's why I'm suggesting maybe the plan B be with, the people doing the.
You think that it would
Healing.
help Alaric if I did protection from good and evil on him?
Possibly could work.
If
Yeah,
that would
give me
protect him
something that-
against
Something
thieves.
those worms can grab a hold of me. That'd be better.
I mean, the
Is there-
worms, would they count as being part of the theme because they're part of it?
That was
So
a different creature.
Yeah.
so with that the way that specific ability worked, you couldn't really attacking the worms on someone doesn't count as attacking the creature.
Okay, so they're completely different things separate from the creature.
Yeah.
But if the creature tried to cast like whatever that was, would that help if they were protected?
Potentially. Let me look up
That's
that
what I
spell.
thought.
So the way the worms worked is a little bit like Amethyst's conjured animals. Like they're separate from the conjuring creature. And evil. So the protection from evil and good. Yeah. So any creatures of the appropriate types, and fiends are included certainly, They have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target, and the target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. So it wouldn't. So that specific ability was a dexterity saving throw, so it wouldn't directly affect that, but it would mean that any attack rolls would have to be at disadvantage.
Okay. I just don't want Alaric to be unconscious right away because that happens a lot.
It
That's
happened
all
a
I'm
couple
saying.
of times.
Yeah, but I mean, a couple of times is a lot.
The axe is a lot more fortifying.
I'm just saying I could protect you a little bit. That's all.
I appreciate it.
A little buff never hurt anybody.
Yeah, Ket, I think, will point out that, hang on, let me find Ket's sheet and make sure I'm remembering correctly what because he has a ring of free movement, I think, and he would know that basically you cannot be restrained when you have that. Let's see. Ring of free action. Difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. In addition, magic can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained.
That should probably go to one who can do a banishment. Maybe
I can also cast. I don't have it armed, but after a long rest, I have freedom of movement as a spell offering, which sounds like it does a similar thing. Target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain. Spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause them to be paralyzed or restrained.
That sounds good.
Especially.
And I have
requires
some
touch.
advanced protections, that I can in advance of the conflict.
Anything to prevent us from being affected by the same sort of traps.
Possibly. I'll have to flip through my little book of tricks and
Rolodex and spells.
like there's some possibilities in there. So.
Good. I
But
feel like-
again, I think we should plan for a worst case scenario. I'm not sure why we're so concerned with these worms. I mean, they're
were really
gross.
Terrible. Like you had
Yeah.
to be there.
I'm not arguing that, but
It wasn't just that they were gross. Like they could not do anything. They were completely incapacitated.
we
Blinded.
know what the demon lord, and that was another creature though that had the worms.
One of us.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So we can't assume we'll be facing that same thing, but we know we will be facing what this Uzi guy does, which
True.
the three of you have experienced quite recently. So I think we should probably focus on that and preventing things like that. And also, he's very acidy, right? So there's probably some stuff that I can do to help with that.
Yeah.
That's good because just getting near it
Mm-hmm.
can poison you and give you acid without even touching it. Oof.
I've already got some acid. Too much of a good thing. Seems kind of a shame.
Lorik, what is your movement speed?
Right now, it's all based on my brain.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, never mind then. You're pretty
So, what
fast.
is your movement speed?
Yeah.
Was it 3 times?
Yes, 3 times your intelligence score.
So I'm quite swift, almost twice my
Okay.
normal speed.
Cool.
Like
Mine's the
50,
same.
48,
48. Okay. Okay.
I think. Wait, no, 54. Actually, sorry, the math was wrong.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh, wait,
good.
no, I had it right the first time. Math was still wrong.
Mine is like normal. Mine doesn't even change.
Mine doesn't either.
I'm not pretty smart.
30 feet.
Mine goes down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So we basically know what we're going to do then. We're going to try to banish it. Try to keep Alaric from going unconscious.
Okay,
We
but
gotta-
as the backup plan, do we want someone else holding a bottle?
In case Alaric is unconscious.
There's a pattern that I'd like to avoid if possible.
He
The
jumps
other
into
thing here-
portals.
But anybody
not,
else use the bottle, or is it just attuned to you, Alaric?
No,
Anybody
you
who
know,
does that,
anyone can just, all it takes is just uncorking it. That's all it takes. Anyone could do it. But whoever does it is the person that it follows the commands of.
One thing, we might not want to concentrate on hurting the thing so much as making sure you can have your spells off. Defense rather than offense.
Right, and, if those of us doing defense, can't do offense, we have to have some recourse.
Yeah, I do like the idea of
Bless you.
Thank you.
trying to soften it up a little bit, see if test its resistances before we try right out banishing.
We'll have to see what the battlefield looks like. If it has more of those things or anything else, we'll have to figure out what to take out. But
And we need to be careful because I'm telling you, I don't think that we're going to come right face to face with it. We'll probably have to fight like 2 or 3 different things on our way.
No,
Yeah.
at least.
It's gonna want to not have to deal with us if it doesn't have to.
but it came for us.
It was just testing us to see if we were tasty.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
I know, you already ate a lot. I cast Tums on Alaric. Could Lesser Restoration help him feel better since he was like having like a poisoned effect?
I think he's not strictly speaking under the effects of anything right now. He's just feeling blah.
Stuffed.
Like he
Yeah.
ate too much.
Yeah. So
I ate all the things.
mechanically there's nothing wrong right now.
Okay.
He just needs to make a poopy.
For a day and a
Feel
half.
much better.
There's a litter
Yeah,
box
the
over there. Mark.
tum-tums.
Right.
I think you're going to need a bigger box.
Ted will be really mad if you mess up his litter box. I'm just saying.
Doesn't this mansion have a normal washroom somewhere?
I'm sure you
I
does.
mean, it has
Yeah,
whatever.
I think it does. Like you guys have, been at it for a while. Like Ket knows the routine.
He knows not everybody goes in a box. Poor Ted. He's not even here.
Yeah. I don't think
So-
we need
Ket
to follow
boxed.
Alaric into the bathroom, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Now let's role play this shit. No, literally.
That was great. Oh,
So this is where one of the sort of player safety sorts of mechanisms can come into place, where there's this sort of thing where we call drawing a veil, which means we can accept that a certain thing happens, but we draw a veil over it. We don't have to watch.
Alaric described the
I will
execution.
use
just-
prestidigitation to remove the smell.
Nice.
Poopery.
New spell.
All
Poopery.
right. So do you go off to find the bathroom, Alaric?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll drag myself off.
All right. Well, so here's something that does actually happen, though.
Not more of those worms.
No, as you are adjusting your clothing, we'll say, you realize that one of your little belt pouches is heavier than you'd expect. It's Archie's crystal.
Ooh, dun, dun, dun.
Where'd that come from?
Tried to eat it.
Very bad man.
Huh. Well, I will I'll use Mage Hand to hold on to it rather than holding it myself.
All right.
And walk back. I've got good news and I've got bad news.
Tell me you didn't clog it. Tell me you didn't clog it.
I'm sure the mansion will take care of that part.
But you walked out with a mage hand. What the hell?
So the mage
We know
hand
what you're doing
too
there.
kind of implies like that you don't want to touch it, and
Yep.
so
Got it?
I found
What are
that,
you
must have
bringing
been
into
epic.
the shady-ass garden?
this thing's got a lot of spikes on it, and I'll throw it with the Mage Hand towards. Actually, I guess I can only really carry it over to Otterkey. Is this what you were looking for?
yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah. You did eat it. Wow.
I hope he
I'm
washed
just
it.
pulling your leg. I found it. It's in one of my pouches.
Yeah, you found it all.
Oh.
I
That's
don't know
it.
what
You
it
might
did
want to
there.
wash it first.
Did you put it in my pocket?
No, I don't think so.
No. I have a bad feeling about this.
I just remember looking, not.
I don't know. You were
Kina.
both really weird.
Nirikina,
What?
what if you weren't the only thing that came back?
Oh gosh.
Those two bastards know how to be quite sneaky and invisible.
Hmm.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to slip off my ring and I'm going to peer around, check on stuff.
Make
Can anybody
perception
enter
check.
without you knowing, Cat?
He says no. Only creatures that I give permission.
I don't see
May-
anything.
Did you make a perception check?
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, you don't see anything, but
made some assumptions.
it's going to make some. Yeah, it's going to draw
24.
some suspense by like if you got a low roll, then we'd think maybe there is something there, and you just didn't see it.
24.
Yeah.
24.
You don't see anything. You're
No.
pretty confident you don't see anything.
Still, we gotta watch out for them. This is the sort of crap that Jinxie was pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't
To
know.
pick a fight between you two, yeah, she would really enjoy that.
I don't know. Alaric, are you sure you didn't try to eat it?
It didn't look
My
like
teeth
chicken.
are
I
as
don't
tough
think
as
you tried
rocks,
to eat
but-
it.
That's no rock. It's no salt crystal.
Hmm.
I don't know. You're pretty hungry.
Yeah, you did eat a leaf. So, like,
Hey, leaf wasn't so bad. Tasted like chicken.
Thank you. Most of the mystery solved.
Yeah. I still don't know how I got a hold of it, but
Guys, I'm really tired.
we're gonna need a rest.
Yeah.
We got a lot to do in the morning.
did we decide on our plan of action?
I thought we did.
Much as we ever do.
Banishment,
Well, we
banishment,
talk a lot,
Well,
don't we?
so what you guys did,
Yeah.
and I'll point out, is what you always do, which is that you talk around a lot of circles about what might be a good plan, don't actually decide anything, and then
Yep.
close the scene as though you have accomplished something.
Consistent. So,
Okay, so let's
gonna try to
do
finish.
something different, and we will say what we've decided.
And then charge into battle.
Hashtag DM burn.
All right,
I'm
just
trying
facts.
to help you guys.
so we'll
This is
have
just facts.
myself, and we'll have Amethyst, and Cadence. Are you going to be rear guard, or are you going to like you
I mean,
usually
I
do?
thought we were going to try banishment.
Well, yes, but
So,
I'm just talking about positioning. You know,
I mean, I can go in the front. So I can keep us all quiet, too.
I think it'll know
So-
we're there.
so we've got Alaric and Archie in the front.
We were pretty
Cat-
quiet and sneaking around last time it did this to us.
Cat could kind of maybe be in the middle somewhere, fill in as needed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've got the rear guard there, trying to do the banishment and the buffing and the healing. Right. Are we going to do the bottle thing? Like, is that going to be our backup plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody in the back should hold on to it.
Okay.
That should be Plan B if we're really losing and banishment is not possible.
I feel like it would be a good idea to give it to Amethyst.
But Amethyst will be an animal or a piece of water or something. If she gets into trouble.
That is true. She's got her meat shield option.
And you're going to be in a cloud, right, near Kina?
Well, if the room's not big enough, I can't. And so far, not been too terrible much luck with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
the
because-
places you were going when you were heading down into that area were basically hollowed out tunnels where your roots used to be and got dissolved.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a lot of restrictions on what I can do anyway.
So that leaves Cadence and Cat then.
I mean, it's up to you. It's your battle.
Why couldn't I hold the
It's
bottle?
our bottle.
Like,
You're
I
gonna have
can't
a
be in a cloud. Like, I
You're
have to
gonna
be
have
in
so
the back
much to
doing the
do.
healing.
Like you said, you're going to have a lot to do.
You know?
And if you have to concentrate on this thing or tell it what to do, you're going to need to do that as your sole
Does it
thing
take
to do.
concentration?
No,
Like it's just-
basically
Pop the cork, right?
pop the cork and then you give it commands, and there's not actually any mechanics for like you have to control it with a bonus action or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Well, you
the magic item description literally just says it follows your verbal commands and doesn't have any sort of a mechanic to it. So you could just say kill that thing, and it
Right.
would
And
do
I've
it
got my
fast.
little poofy cape that I can get out of range if need be.
Yeah.
Whereas Cadence could do that too, I suppose.
You know? So,
So-
the cat,
So bear in mind that I can only cast.
Cadence, make a Arcana check.
Sorry.
that is a. It's a 10.
Okay. You could have Cat make an Arcana check too.
Okay. Oh, that's much better.
Okay.
It's a. Where's his Arcana? 26.
Yeah. Ket would recognize that Dimension Door as a spell is probably one of the best ways to get someone out of one of those sort of worm grips. Is that someone who's not in it, or for that matter, someone who is in it, you don't need to see the place you're teleporting to. So even if you were in it, you could do that spell and get out. But because you can bring someone with you, if someone else was in it, you could run up, grab them through the worms, and then teleport the both of you to pull them out.
Alright, so Cat will relay that then. So, like, near your cloak would come in handy
Mm-hmm.
if that were to happen.
Right.
There's still a couple of tricks left in this axe. If there's stone around, I can bring a friend.
What does that do?
Brings a friend out of the stone. I thought it was pretty clear.
What about that is clear?
What kind of friend?
One made out of stone.
Oh,
Obviously.
I'm not using trick words here. I'm trying to keep them short so everybody
We,
knows.
we
what
were
I'm
talking about teleportation type things, and like there was no okay.
Oh, I can do that too, but only if there's some stone around. Proper stone, not just laying around stone. But
I would imagine stone holds up bouquet to acid. No, not really, does it?
Mm,
Yeah.
Depends
well,
on the
it's
stone.
Better than
specifically
metal.
got to be worked by a dwarf, proper.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Nice.
other stone just has to be here. But that's something I haven't tried yet, so I don't know how well it'll work.
Nice.
All right. Well, sneaking up on this thing seems pointless. It knew we were there, and we were sneaking about as well as we ever do.
Hmm.
I don't think we were sneaking when we were going in there. It was when we were coming back that we tried to sneak more.
No, we were sneaking as we went in.
Okay.
We had all the stuff up.
Yeah.
Also, probably is going to be a good idea that whoever takes this bottle has a pretty good resistance to these charmy things that it does, like it did to you three.
Well, it can't turn on its owner, I don't think.
I mean, I can
No.
do.
I mean, the person holding the bottle,
To have the
Might-
wits to open it.
yeah, might be under the effects of this charm, and that could impair this plan.
I can do.
I'm pretty
before
good
we
at that.
leave, I can also do that. To do like I can either do
Well,
the same thing that you guys were talking about before. I think it was freedom of movement or haste, one of those two. And I also have that protection from evil and good. So
Hmm.
As long as I'm wielding this axe, not too much will convince me of stuff I don't want to do. Especially that Jinxie.
Says the person that was just busy stuffing themselves
different.
to death. No, it's actually the same, but
That was some sort of curse.
exactly, which is what this thing does.
Well, it's not a charm. That's a whole different thing.
Hmm.
Even I know that.
We're going to be walking.
Yeah, well, there's at a certain point you're splitting hairs there because technically, yes, not officially mechanically a charm effect, but it did modify your behavior.
Those are pretty important hairs to split, though.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
At this point.
What else can it do? Who knows? Maybe it can charm you.
But I mean, if it gets to the point where you're thinking more about, what shiny things you can collect or what you can put in your face,
Nira, do you want to hold the bottle?
I would love to hold the bottle. It's so
You
pretty.
should just say that. Like, don't beat around the bush. Just be like, could I please hold the bottle?
Well, you guys always do all these big, great things, and you have all these nice tricks. And I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to be
You
healing
ride
people.
the lightning. What are you
But I
talking
can't
about?
do that in these caves.
You're crazy. I think you need to just.
I just want an important job, and that seems like an important job. I don't think it'll come to
You
that.
know what is a really important job that you could really do a good job at? Healing people when they are hurt. I'm just saying, like,
Always
that's
have to
really
do that.
important. It's really important. You do a good job when you do it. That's all.
Try
I'm
not to
saying.
get hit.
Yeah. Laura, can Nira carry the fancy bottle, please?
I don't care who carries it as long as they're responsible.
I trust Nira.
I don't want to see this go into the wrong hands, Nira. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I don't either.
Well, we have different ideas about who has wrong hands.
Look, I know what you're implying.
I trust her in this case.
I'm just saying.
I mean, come on, guys. Really?
Nirikina Ethu, do you solemnly swear that you are who you are? That you are Nirikina Ethu?
Of course
Answer
I
me
swear.
truthfully.
Of course I swear.
Insight check.
All right. Go ahead and we roll your persuasion and or deception against insight, because there's no actual real mechanic for how to do this in Dungeons and Dragons. It's not
I've been-
optimized for PvP stuff.
I've been fooled before.
Yeah, I mean, she could be Jinxie. I'm just saying.
Yep.
That's a good point,
I'm
Mark.
So 22
Amethyst-
on my insight check.
Amethyst,
What
can
was it?
Amethyst?
What?
So go ahead, Amethyst.
I was gonna try and interject that Amethyst leans over and taps Alaric with some guidance. Because
Okay.
she's kind of curious to make sure that she trusts Nira, but is this Nira?
Is that a D4?
Guys,
Yeah.
this is awful.
So a
I would
total of
expect you to do the
26.
same to me.
Yeah.
Total of 26. Did I stare her right in the eyes? Well, I look up at her eyes because she's taller than I am.
23.
26 versus 23.
Mm.
Something's a little bit off.
Look, what are you really concerned about? Am I going to give the bottle to Zorath? Absolutely not.
Where were you?
I told you where I was. I don't
You
know how to
didn't
prove
tell
it to you.
Amethyst because Amethyst wasn't with us.
I told her too.
Yeah, I mean,
Was
we
Dora
can
there
kind of
when you
fudge
were
some
there?
of these conversations. Like, we don't have to, we don't
Yeah.
have to play
But I
every
did
second.
tell her. I did tell her where I was.
Was Zorath there when you were at this place?
No. And also, I would just like to point out that the portal that I went through was not one of these fissures, right? There is no purple.
I've seen it change shapes before. Somebody came out of a tree last time. They just
Nira, please don't take offense. I mean, after what we just saw with the curses, we're just trying to be careful. None of them knew they were cursed. That's all.
Yeah, and who helped with that? Me, thank you.
Actually, it
But
was
Archie helped with that while he was cursed too.
Yeah,
That's
because I
all
talked
it
him
is.
into it, like you told me, right?
Look, there's something you're not telling us.
Yeah, and you're
We're
getting
just
really defensive.
Nero, we trust you. We just want to know what's going on.
I just want to do something important for you guys.
You do important stuff for us all the time, and it's not just the healing stuff.
Wait, you
You've
don't think you
saved
do
our
stuff
ass.
that's important?
You saved our asses. You specifically, independently, have saved our asses 1,000 times, and we all know that. But we're in this together. So if you know something, we share. I think everybody is sharing everything that they know to try and make this happen. We just convinced an immortal to change their life goals and mission statements.
Yeah, I didn't get to do that either.
But believe me when I say that, your ability to communicate these things has impacted all of us and helped us to be able to do that. So even though you weren't there, you did help. You got us there.
Yeah, and the whole time I was in there, I was like, what would Mira do if she was here right
Where's-
now?
Exactly. What would Nera say? Because she's so convincing. So we're not attacking you. We're trying to lift all of us up so that we can all be stronger together on this. We care about you, Nera.
Well, it's
And you're being a little strange right now.
True.
Archie, can you touch Mira and tell her to stop being strange?
Wait, I don't know if that's how that works. That might make her more strange.
Well, I can give her a comforting touch and actually use my paladin ability, cleansing touch, which I don't know.
Okay.
You can use your action to end one spell on yourself or a willing creature
Okay.
4 times a day.
Let me look at the.
And it has, yeah, I looked at the player's handbook. Like, there's no restrictions. It just says end a spell. Period.
Remember
No
that one?
links, no highlights. Just
I need to
end
be
a
a
spell.
paladin.
You need to have that spell going.
Finger of death, I end that spell. You're alive.
I think that's an
I think
instant.
it's
Okay,
on-
which is cleansing touches in your
Yeah, player's handbook, page 85, but it's on my sheet under features.
and one spell on yourself. Okay, yeah, I mean you can certainly try.
Ooh.
so Mira's eyes
Feel any
kind of
different?
flutter. They kind of flutter a little bit. What'd you do?
Cleansing?
You still want to do really important stuff?
Well, yeah, but
Who doesn't?
yeah.
Are you
Well,
okay?
you were under the weird spell too.
I wasn't even here.
Well, you
Wait,
were
did you
under.
take-
It was
Oh, no,
in that
Larry had it.
area. I bet you it was that whole hallway. Cat.
What? he's still like sitting in the chair you offer.
Are you being weird? I'm gonna have to keep an eye on you.
How
You're
do you
being awfully quiet. That in
Yeah.
itself is.
He
pretty
kind of
weird.
looks around like
That was a perfect imitation. You're
So-
just being really quiet and unusually non-pet-like. That's all I'm saying.
sorry, I'm just
Nero.
not feeling quite myself today.
Nera, do you remember anything else? Now that you're a little clearer?
Not really. Okay, so cards on the table.
Thank
Look,
you.
I was where I said I was, but I know you guys think that I've got something shady going on, and so I may have gotten a message or two from Azorith, but not like,
Hear her out.
he wasn't like really telling me to do stuff. Like he may have put me onto that whole, when the sky was all funny when, we were in the desert and stuff. He said something to me about it, and, that he's getting impatient and kind of that. But, I didn't really I kind of just told him to, shove off, sort of. But, but I thought, that you guys would not really understand and like.
I know, but you lied to me.
What did I lie about?
I asked you if you had been in contact with Zora, and you said no.
I told you I didn't think you guys. I didn't want you to take it the wrong way.
There's a right way to take that.
He's
Look,
a terrible person.
Well, yeah,
It only looks
I totally get
questionable
him
because
trying. No,
He's making
that's
you
in his
lie.
nature. Of course, he's going to keep trying, but you can always trust us. You
He's
can-
making you lie to your friends, Nira. Even if he didn't directly say, go lie to your friends, he is making you lie to your
Just
friends.
But
didn't
I
want
trust-
you guys to think that I wasn't on your side, because I'm always on your side. You're the only family I have.
I
I'm making him
trust.
play check.
I totally trust. If he had tried to convince you to do something horrible, you would have come right out and told us.
Yeah, no, I would never do something like that.
Oh, he's got all kinds of reasonable words that he twists.
Yeah. He's making you hide things from the people that you care about.
Mostly, he's just been trying to convince me to get off this whole tree thing.
He needs to mind his own business.
He knows about the tree then.
Well, he's the one that told me it was under siege. But I don't know that he really knew much else. I told him this was important.
He was here.
I know he was here. Remember? Almost died.
I know.
Look, the only thing that makes us wonder is when you don't tell us things. Because it's no.
You guys are always talking about, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill Zorath. I mean, I suppose, I don't feel safe telling you guys this stuff.
If
He's
you don't
trying
feel
to
safe,
protect us.
if you don't feel safe telling us this, then we're failing you as friends. Because we should be able to trust each other above the people that we've had to fight for our lives. We should be able to trust each other more than that. So I promise that I will give you the benefit of the doubt on all dealings with Zorath if you promise right now in front of all of us to tell us every time he contacts you, because we may see something in it that you don't. And I don't mean that as if you're too stupid to figure out what he's saying. We just may, because of our different experiences and strengths, see something different. And it also helps us keep an eye out on you in case he does try something sneaky or smarmy or spells or whatever. Let us help you be strong with him.
So if I make that promise, then you're not going to question me on that. If I promise and I tell you guys any time that he tries to talk to me, if I tell you the truth, then if I make that promise, right, then we're good, because it's really been weighing on me, and I feel bad. I do feel bad. But
I absolutely,
You can't
yes.
control what he tells you or
No.
when he contacts you.
And I know that you care about him.
And you
Yeah.
can't control that either, and we
Yeah.
don't judge you for. I don't judge you for it, and
Yeah,
I
you
don't think
do.
anyone else here. We tease.
Except maybe Alaric.
I
Well,
mean,
did he cast a spell on you then or something?
well, it might not have been a magical spell, though, Alaric.
can we
Curses again?
can we not please? I mean, we're close, but come on.
All right. The air is clear.
I don't trust him.
I
agree.
don't trust
We're
Jinxie, and I
good.
don't want him to see him do something bad to you.
Right. Well,
I
not
don't want
trusting
something
Zora.
bad done to me either. So
Not trusting
Okay.
Zora. That's different than not trusting Nero, though. We can agree.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
We don't trust him with you.
he's not good for
Look,
me.
I'm a big girl and I can take care of myself.
You-
but I
you absolutely
understand
are.
your point. I understand your point.
And if I had a similar thing with the Lord of the Hunt, you would be just as emphatic about me not
Wait.
keeping secrets.
You have a thing with the Lord of the Hunt?
Oh, exactly.
I said if.
He's so
How is that
attractive.
even a possibility?
Look at him, Alaric.
You've seen him,
It's
right?
It's an example.
Even Archie.
I mean-
I mean, I haven't seen
Oh,
him
yeah.
because I'm usually running away from his goddamn arrows.
His sexy arrow.
No, this is not the conversation.
Oh, yeah, no. I hate
No,
the
that
guy,
was just
but,
that was just
you
to
know.
mess with you. No, that was just an example.
Next, you're
for
going to
Nero.
say that I'm in love with that stupid shape-changing Jinxie bitch.
Are you?
No,
You do talk about it.
Inside
a
joke.
lot.
You procrastinate a lot.
that's not.
Insight check. Insight check.
All right. So, Alaric, roll persuasion or deception against Amethyst's insight check.
Okay. All right. I'm slightly charismatic. I'm not that charismatic, apparently. So that's a total of 12.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I should have said insight check.
he seems pretty persuasive that he's not in love with Jinxie.
I
still
believe
think-
him.
Convinced
Wink.
himself he's not.
Well,
Wink, wink.
Right. I believe you, Alaric. Wink.
There is a thin line. I'm just saying.
Of course.
She's also very persuasive, so don't listen to her either.
No,
Ever since she turned you into a pig.
she tricked me a couple of times. That's one of the reasons that I can't stand her.
That's how it starts.
Exactly. That's what they say.
He's under your skin, I can tell.
The only thing under my skin is about 14 pounds of chicken. It's good to laugh a little. Though.
so that is potentially a nice button to go out tonight on, unless you guys have anything that you just really want to take care of before we call it for tonight's session.
Get out my Jinxie diary.
Christiana, you forgot to do the reminder. And
Yes.
I forgot to
Yeah.
remind you about the reminder.
I was-
So,
forget the
yeah,
reminder.
so Starla actually messaged me before we started to remind me that at the beginning of the show, I should tell everybody that they have the opportunity now at the end of the show to ask questions of the characters in character. And I forgot to remind everybody, but we can still do that. So those of you watching live, if you have questions for the characters to answer in character, go ahead and you can ask a few, and we'll see.
So I think we're going to have a fair amount of time before we go to sleep.
Says Alaric, how does your stomach feel?
Like I just ate every chicken in existence. At least it tasted good. The chef's not bad.
I told
Well-
you they're really good.
You know, the ancient Romans used that used to be a thing, right? Like you would feast and then make yourself throw up so you could eat more.
Hey, like I said, they had 7-day parties. I just didn't have all the details.
Nice.
Yeah, Prince Justin says, "Okay, Alaric, will you ever eat chicken again?"
Only if it tastes like fish.
We've got Nira. What happened after the cleansing touch?
It was like a foggy veil had lifted. Just nothing huge, just like, I don't know. Just enough that, like, the honesty was coming out.
It's like a spritz.
Just very light and refreshing.
So Smarter Master asks, Kat, do you think you are cursed? And, obviously, Kat is feeling a little different than usual, a little, not himself, but I think he's saying, it's like, well, I don't feel cursed, but the others didn't seem to either, so I don't know, maybe I am cursed. Runs up to Cadence. Cadence, am I cursed?
Yes.
Anarchy, cleanse me.
Cleansed.
Oh, dear.
Hard palm in the middle of the forehead. You are healed.
This cat is clear.
We've got Amethyst. Do you have any idea what's the actual cause?
Not a freaking clue. I just know I can't let these animals out of my sight anymore. Every single one of them comes back funky.
I have a question for Amethyst.
Oh.
Do you think you're a dragon before?
I sure hope so. That's one of the things I can't shapeshift into, so that would be pretty exciting.
We've got from Prince Justin, Autarky, given your name is a derivative of autark, what do you think it says about you to be named thusly?
Well, it's very common for tieflings to name themselves, and they imbue certain, or I guess you could say they try to live up to a certain moral being. And for him, it is the antithesis to him is control and slavery, and so he strives to himself always be free of any ties, and to help free others that are so afflicted.
Very
His
nice.
name is a promise.
Very cool. Okay, so those were some good questions, everybody. And once again, one of these weeks I will remember to remind people at the beginning of the episode. But we'll have to save more questions for next time as we continue our adventure on so many
So
levels.
many levels.
Good night, everybody.